Chrissy here. Can you introduce yourself to our site visitors?
My name is ZZ Ward.
Great. Well, the last time we caught up was at Firefly in Dover. So fill me in. What's been going on since then? It's been a few months.
Well, we were on. I think that was a tour before the last tour, which was 2 months. And we've really just been on the road a lot. And then we got off the road, and then we went to. We played Vegas. First I did so much going on. I played The View in New York, which was great, and then I played Life is Beautiful Festival in Las Vegas, and then here. And now this kind of ends my tour. So it's been a lot of traveling and a lot of playing shows, but it's been great.
I have to know about Life is Beautiful Festival. I was in Vegas the weekend before and was so bummed that we had to miss it.
It was really cool. I mean, for me to be a part of a festival in its first year, I felt very honored, and the lineup on the stage that I was on was a great lineup. So, it was a really cool festival to be part of.
So how are you enjoying Voodoo so far? How's it compare in the festival list here?
I mean, the festival circuit is just so neat because, every place, I think, really takes a lot of pride in the festivals that they put together, and I think you see that, from the way that things are backstage to the way that things are for the people attending the festivals. So I think this is a really special festival, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
Absolutely. So you going to have any chance to spend any time in New Orleans? Or
Yeah, last night we were here for Halloween, and then I'm going to be here tomorrow, which is usually it's not like that. Usually we're in and out. So yeah, I hope to see a little bit more of the city tomorrow. Even coming down here to where the festival is, it was this isn't what I'd seen of New Orleans so far. It's so there's a lot of grass and open fields, and there's this really cool cemetery down there, with huge work done in it. I mean, it was really cool. It's really neat.
Absolutely. So what's one of the craziest things you saw out last night?
I think I saw Sasquatch. Was my manager dressed up? My manager Evan Bogart dressed up as Sasquatch. So that was one of the craziest things I saw. I kind of got into the spirit, and I painted my face like a skeleton.
Was it on Instagram or Tumblr?
Yeah, it was. I put it everywhere. So yeah, it seemed like got a little festive last night. It was a good time.
Awesome. So how was the set today? It looked like there was definitely a good amount of people over there.
Cool set. Yeah, it was fun. People were coming in. I always feel like being a new artist, I really, I enjoy what I do, and I'm very thankful that I get to be a part of these festivals for whatever level I'm at. I feel like warming up the crowds for the later night shows is kind of what we're doing, and I'm okay with that. I think that it's really fun. I mean, I think I had some fans there, and I think I had some new people checking out the festival too, and checking me out. So yeah, it was a good mix.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of festivals like this one, is the artist diversity, and you're always gaining some new fans where people are oh my god, that sounds awesome, I have to go over and check it out.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing, even with me being an artist, I see other artists that I've never heard of before, and I'm I go to check them out. So that's why festivals are super fun, because there's so many different things going on at one time. Yeah.
Absolutely. So now that the touring is wrapping up, what is the plans, into next year for you?
Well, I'm still going to be performing and traveling a lot. I mean, we're going to do a lot of radio promo, so I'm going to be doing radio shows, for the holidays and things like that. But in between there, I'd like to do some writing. We'll see what happens. If I'm at home for any extended period of time, I'm probably, if you don't hear from me on my socials, I'm probably writing. Yeah.
So, what I love about your music is a lot of the honesty that comes forth from it. Is it hard for you to put a lot of yourself out there?
No, it's not. I don't know why. I think with things like it being interviewed and being on stage, naturally, the more you do that stuff, the more comfortable you get. But with the writing, that just came natural to me since I was a kid, just being able to talk about what I wanted to talk about and say the things I want to say. I don't really feel like I have anything to lose, to be honest. People are either going to like me or they're not, and people have liked me so far, so I'm just going to keep saying shit.
That works. So I'm always curious, when you are in like the headspace and you're kind of, when you're performing the songs, it's almost like reliving what you were going through at the time that you were writing it. And like I've heard people say, fans love it, they hear it once, they go out to the show, but like when I perform it, I have to relive those same emotions like show after show. Is that ever a challenge?
I think it's funny because I've had a conversation with someone in my band actually who said that they knew an artist that had you think if Last Love Song is like a ballad and it's a very like deep, emotional, hard moment in my life that I wrote about. He told me about an artist who had a lot of songs in the vein of slow, sad ballads. I can't imagine being an artist like that. That would be really hard. I think, with my first record, I'm really happy that I had a lot of variety in the tempos and the, whether it was feeling angry or feeling empowered. I had a lot of that stuff on my first record, so it's not that hard for me because I don't have that many songs that are too deep like that, And I think performing live so much with my first record, I think will definitely influence my second record because I know how things go on stage a little bit more. I don't ever want to create a live album. Like that's not my goal though. I think for me it's more important that I create great songs to the best of my ability and then see how those translate live.
What I love too is that your music kind of expands genres. It blends a lot together. How important is that for you going forward to kind of, stay a little experimental there?
I think that because I have a distinct style and a mixture of flavors, I don't ever want to become something that doesn't feel natural to the way that I sing or the way that I express myself. So I'd be careful of that and in making another record, but I definitely don't want to limit myself either. But I think I'll just have to gauge that. I think you have to have freedom to try things. And as long as you have time and freedom to try things, then you can see what works and what doesn't, and you have to be honest with yourself. So
is there any artists that you'd like to collaborate with one day?
Definitely. Macklemore's here. I'd love to collaborate with him and Ryan Lewis.
Make it happen.
I'm such a fan. I think that he deserves everything that he's getting right now, and I think for an artist like that, I think that I don't know if this is his second record or I know that he's had a record out before though. He's been grinding for a long time, and that's what makes me happy to see someone like that that's really, his music's getting
it's kind of like
being received the way it should be. Yeah.
Absolutely. So for you personally, when did music first begin speaking to you?
I think when I was a little kid, my dad played music. My dad would sing all the time, and he always encouraged me singing and just being free to express myself through music. So I think since I was a little kid, like probably 8 or 9 years old, I think my first favorite song was Hit the Road Jack. I remember, it's funny, I had a dance routine to it when I was little in jazz or tap or something when I was a little kid, and it came on the radio and I was like, this is my song, and my older brothers are like, Ray Charles, clearly it resonated with me.
That was mine with Magic Carpet Ride from Steve Miller Band.
Awesome.
Definitely have that story. So is there any artists here at Voodoo that you're looking forward to seeing other than Macklemore tonight?
Alan Stone is always a great show to watch. I think Young Bloodhawk is here, right? Yeah, they're wonderful. Yeah, there's so much talent. I'm just listening to a band over here right now. I'm like, who is that?
Rope.
Who is it?
Shovels and Rope.
See, I haven't even heard of that. That's a great thing about festivals. And I was telling someone this the other day when we were at Life is Beautiful. I'm like, there's so much appreciation for new music at festivals, and it's almost like if you get to be too big, you're not really wanted at the festivals, and that's kind of special, That's really special. It's a great place to discover new music.
Absolutely. So when you're not out performing and writing, what are some hobbies that you like to do?
I like to run. I stopped working out for a while because I started doing these exercise videos and I was like, wow, I really stopped working out because I was like, this is so hard. But I never stopped running though. I really do like to run, and my dog has super long legs. She loves to run with me. So that wouldn't be my first thing that I would choose, but one of them is running. I love to go to the movies. I go to the movies for the popcorn. And then I really like to go shopping. I mean, whatever, I'm not gonna act like I don't. I love to go shopping. I'm a chick. I just love going into stores. I don't go shopping for very long though, because I get burnt out. But I love to go shopping and just get new things and like create my style and just kind of get my head out of work.
Yeah, no, it's an escape. Did I read that you did some design work? You designed a hat?
Well, I did. I designed my first hat, which is not this one. It has an ace playing card in it, ace of spades, and a feather in it, and it was through a company called Broner. I designed one so far, and I just designed 4 more that I really like sat down. We went in together, and we really, like, me and the designer there, like, worked really hard in, like, really thinking what would I look for in a great fedora, and how can I make that unique and make that my own and bring that to my fans. So yeah, I've designed 4 fedoras with them since the first one, so that'd be 5. And I'm not sure when we're gonna put those out, but I think I'm gonna see samples pretty soon, so I'm really like excited, yeah.
So would you like to branch out into any more type of fashion design?
I mean, I would love to. I mean, sometimes though, I feel like I still have so much more to learn with fashion. But I think that I've gotten so much better at it so far than what I used to be, because I mean where I was from, it wasn't my main interest, you know. It rains a lot in Oregon, so I wasn't thinking about like what pair of shoes I could get, you know. I think I got like a new coat every year, like every kid, right? It's like you had $100 for a new coat every year, and you're just like score. And like I'd drive to Eugene, which was like an hour and a half away, and get a coat. My life is different now, you know. I can get more things. So yeah, eventually I'd love to branch out with more fashion.
Definitely. I mean, you have an awesome style, so like I think it would be very, very cool.
Thank you very much. I did a campaign with Neiman Marcus for Cusp, and I was in Vogue, which was crazy cool. And Cusp is a really cool part of Neiman Marcus, and the clothes are really fresh. They're really young, and I was really excited to be part of that campaign. So, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking a few minutes to speak with me. I appreciate it. Enjoy NOLA. I'm glad you get to spend another day down here.
Yeah, definitely.